Everybody. Heather and I will be presenting the school report to you tonight. This report was assembled with the help of the Board Student Advisory Committee, and as you can see on our slides, each intern and council member is assigned 2 buildings, and these reports were written by each respective student.
So we are going to start out with Bloomfield Virtual. Bloomfield Virtual has been teaching a very successful social and emotional learning curriculum for younger students online. During classes, there's time dedicated to games such as 2 Truths and a Lie, which is dedicated to building relationships. Upcoming events are trips to Bowers Farm, the E.L. Johnson Nature Center, and an all-inclusive Spirit Week that's leading up to Halloween. Students are going to have the option to wear a costume or, treat Halloween as a pajama day.
Next up, we have Bloomfield Preschools, which is Heather again.
Oh, wait, what about Bowers Farm? Oh, okay, sorry. Our slides are out of order. I apologize. So for Bloomfield Preschools, students continue to thrive in Bloomfield Preschools and are excited for their upcoming events. The staff and teachers are planning in-school field trips and are excited for their upcoming storybook pumpkin patch. The parent-teacher conferences went well, and parents were enthusiastic to hear feedback and set goals for their child next year. Although the school is still short-staffed, the teachers and staff are working vigorously to ensure the experience at Bloomfield Preschool is the best it can be.
Next up, we have Bowers Farm. Bowers' main events this month is the Fall Festival, which will take place on October 23rd and 24th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. There will be pumpkin picking, animal visits, live music, and much, much more. They are also seeking volunteers for this event, so if you are interested in signing up, you can visit www.schoolfarm.org. The tickets are available for purchase at the door or online, and there will also be an open barn with You Pick Pumpkins during the Fall Festival and on October 29th and 30th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Please stop by to support your local farm.
Up next, we have Conan Elementary. Teachers and students are still going strong and are enjoying their in-person learning environment. The annual Halloween parade will happen in the next few weeks and will be hosted outside. Looking much farther down the line, the Blue Ribbon celebration will be happening in the spring. The current plan is hosting a Spirit Week. Details are still being finalized, and more information will be released when available. Additional events currently happening include a food drive, Change Wars, and Happy Feet. These events bring together the community and help drive positive social change. In addition to the events, Conan was recently ranked the 17th best elementary school in Michigan. Conan is so honored, but test scores and academics are only part of what make Conan so special. They are grateful for the amazing community members, students, and teachers who make it all possible.
Next up, we have East Hills Middle School. East Hills Middle School has also been enjoying the first few months of school. Make a Difference Day began on October 18th and will continue through October 22nd. East Hills is being asked to donate non-perishable goods to support the district's collection for the Gleaners Food Bank. School clubs at East Hills are also underway. One club in particular is the Forensics Team, a public speaking team that gives students the opportunity to improve their acting and performing skills. The Red Ribbon Spirit Week will also start this Friday, tomorrow. Students will be divided into 2 teams, red and white, and students can earn points for their teams by dressing up and participating in the Gleaners donation drive.
At the International Academy, the school has been granting seniors 90-minute work periods to allow students to work on college applications and teachers to work on letters of recommendation. I've heard from seniors here that this has been extremely, extremely helpful at removing stress for them. The school recently hosted a successful laser tag fundraiser for all grades at MI Combat, and upcoming events that students are looking forward to include the annual trunk or treat and charity ball events.
Next up, we have Eastover Elementary. Eastover students have been enjoying field trips to the farm and the nature center over the past several weeks. They had their fun run earlier this month, and the kids and staff had a huge blast. Over $12,000 were raised to support the school in programming, and Mrs. Singh has had the opportunity to visit classrooms and share a few of her favorite read-alouds with the students. It's been great getting into classrooms and seeing all of the wonderful learning that is occurring. Eastover is looking forward to the upcoming Halloween parade and celebrations.
Okay. Lone Pine Elementary students are enjoying the new therapy dogs. In addition, Lone Pine hosted a successful fun run and Donuts with Dudes event, which gave students and community members the opportunity to socialize and donate canned foods to support impoverished families. Students are also consumed with fall assessments, FastBridge, which is a conventional multiple choice assessment administered on computers, and Founta and Pinnell, known as F&P, which is an individualized one-on-one system to determine reading skills. Once completed, teachers and administrators will use these insights to develop targeted areas of focus for the school year.
Next up, we have the PrEP program. The PrEP program has had a wonderful first couple of months of school. PrEP follows monthly themes, so the month of October was all about healthy living. The students explored ways to make healthy choices in their daily lives. PrEP students recently had a fall cleanup at the Nature Center house where they completed tons of yard work with one another. And this Friday, they will be hosting a tailgate party for central office. This party is going to be an opportunity for the PrEP students to develop some social skills and help improve their social skills. Throughout this month, PrEP students have also been working on decorating their halls with fall decorations, and that decorating will continue through the first week of November, and then they'll move on to some holiday-themed decorations. As we approach the end of this month, PrEP will be starting their job preparation curriculum, where students have the opportunity to learn what it's like to apply for and prepare for a job. They'll also be prepping for mock job interviews, which will take place at the end of November. PrEP students are ecstatic to be back in school, and they especially love it when Mr. Watson and central office members come down and pay a visit.
The Nature Center hosted the North Oakland chapter of Wild Ones event, where they discussed saving pollinators in fall and spring. Friends of the Nature Center will be holding coffee and conversation events with the community on October 26th and November 9th from 9 to 11:30 p.m. to discuss clearing out invasive species such as buckthorn. Finally, they invite all community members and students to participate in their volunteer day on November 6th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Next up, we have West Hills Middle School. West Hills is partnering with Defeat the Label through their Upstander program. The Upstander program is a year-long in-school program that empowers students to create a safe and bully-free school. While this program is typically presented to West Hills Middle School 6th grade students, this year 6th and 7th grade students will have the opportunity to participate. Most West Hills clubs started the week of October 11th, and at this point, over 150 students at West Hills have signed up for at least one club. The middle school sports season is also underway. The West Hills teams are boys soccer, girls tennis, girls basketball, cross country, and football. Students are very excited that the sports season is up and running again, and that is evidenced by the high level of participation from our students. West Hills has also been participating in collections for gleaners through the district's Make a Difference Day. Thousands of food items have been collected and nearly $800 have been raised. A new set of furniture was also delivered to the 4th and 5th grade commons areas at West Hills. As part of the bond, furniture that can be used in the future with our upper elementary students is being tested out by the students and teachers currently. And lastly, on Friday, October 15th, the West Hills Middle School PTO hosted a fall festival that brought families together for activities in a tailgate-style event. It was a great community experience. So I had the opportunity to visit Wing Lake this week during the school day, and I just want to say that I had such a good time meeting the students and the staff and touring the school. You can see on the screen, I'm with Zoe, and I got to take a picture with her. Recently, the adult transition group visited Costco, where they got to practice life skills. They also went to the Nature Center, where they helped rake leaves and learn skills like cooking and cleaning at the house on the property. Field trips for other grade bands have begun again. Last week, several classes traveled to an apple orchard. Additionally, the BHS International Thespian Society also held Princess Tea at the open house, which was extremely well received by the students. They absolutely loved it. When I was visiting, I truly felt like the love that the staff have for their students and the sense of family and community that they have built. And I'm really excited to return again every single month. And I think next month I'm going to go there and read a book to the class, which is very, very exciting. Next up, we have Way Elementary. Way Elementary held their annual fun run last week, raising over $20,000 to support building our classroom libraries. The students completed the 1.6-mile course and then watched their grade-level teachers face off in a minute-to-win-it competition on the ball field. Congrats to the 4th grade team for winning this year's contest. The PTO will be sponsoring a Fall Fest outdoors with dozens of exciting and spooky activities, such as the Way Haunted House. Their goal is to sharpen dialogue during student-teacher conference. The Readers Workshop implementation team also met this week, and their goal is to sharpen dialogue during student-teacher conferences and improve the interactions during small group and guided reading practices. For Make a Difference Day, Way is also collecting food items to support the Gleaners Food Pantry, with each grade level competing to gather the most items.
And so this month at Bloomfield Hills Middle School, students have engaged in activities to strengthen the community, both in and out of the school. So for Make a Difference Day, the school is working with Gleaners Food Bank to run a food drive. Additionally, as a part of National Bullying Prevention Month, Lancer Leadership has been working with the Upstander program, which Lena talked about earlier. Students engage in meaningful conversations to improve the culture of the school. BHMS clubs and sports are also back. There are a couple of clubs that I like to highlight, which are the Black Student Alliance, Me to We, Be the Change, and the Gender Sexuality Alliance. In particular, I have heard so much positive feedback from the students about the creation of the GSA because it's completely new this year and it's really created this safe environment. And I know the GSA at the high school is super excited about it as well and will likely be making a visit to visit the kids at the middle school. The school is also participating in the Great Kindness Challenge. For an update on the SEL time, Lancers are focusing on self-awareness this month. I also spoke with the student this week regarding some concerns they had about the uneven distribution of resources between grade blocks. 7A only has 3 teachers, while 7B has 4, and as a result, 7A students have not been able to participate in as many science experiments because they haven't had access to science classroom equipment. So while the other block gets to perform the experiments, they have to watch videos, which can be really disappointing. So that was just a concern that I wanted to bring up.
And then last but not least, we have Bloomfield Hills High School. Bloomfield Hills High School has also been off to a great start. We've recently had our homecoming week, which was a huge success. Students enjoyed a week of school spirit activities, including hallway decorating, our Black Hawk games, and of course the Spirit Day dressing up days. The homecoming dance was also a huge success, with the high school selling a record number of tickets, nearly 1,500. BHS has also been experiencing a rise in COVID cases post-homecoming week, and so the school has been doing the best it can to maintain COVID safety measures like mask wearing and social distancing. The high school has also seen a rise in hate speech towards various communities in the school. BHS's mission is to be safe and inclusive for all students, and so these incidents were brought to the teachers' and administrators' attention, and the teachers addressed the importance of inclusivity and civil discourse in classes a few days ago, and we want to continue to help combat this growing issue. To conclude, BHS will be hosting its PEP assembly tomorrow during the last hour of the school day, which students are super excited for.
And that wraps up our report. Thank you all.
Thanks, Heather and Lena. And thanks to the entire advisory committee. Your reports are always concise and informative, and that's the best kind of report.
Yes, we have some of the members of the advisory council tonight, so they're in the back.
Great job.
So make sure to clap for them too.
Yes.